Afternoon, morning, wherever you may be. This is going to be the first diary entry for the Feast of Goblyns Extravaganza. I want to appreciate all of you watching this, taking a look if you're interested in the behind the scenes going on. And these are going to be pretty raw and maybe rambly, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time editing them, just so you know what to expect. Pardon the echo, I'm in a completely empty condo right now. It's not mine, I'm just at work, and I'm very when the mood strikes me. So I just figured I'd record a little bit now while I'm here. So my thought process, we might as well get started with this. My thought process behind the Feast of Goblyns Extravaganza was, I love doing the read-throughs, I do, but the wall of text and reading, you know, it's hard to maintain interest in that sort of thing. So I figured, why not mix it up? And I've always been a fan of the variety shows that sort of tend to skew to the crazy or, you know, out there. And UHF is one of my favorite movies. And if nobody out there has seen UHF, it's Weird Al Yankovic's movie that he made back in the 80s. It's fantastic, but just that concept of having a UHF station, what would you do with it? You know, just the shows and everything that could be on there. Yeah, I've always wanted to do that, and now that I'm older, I get to do that. So I've decided to take the Feast of Goblyns and break it down and present it as a variety show, or I'm reimagining that it would be on like the UHF channel. So in doing that, you know, I've created a bunch of different segments. Now, I'm not going to get into all the different segments here, but that's the general concept, the general conceit, as if this were like on a UHF channel back in the day. So am I stealing a little bit of Weird Al's ideas? Yeah, probably, but you know, if you're going to steal from the best, right? So through the production notes, I'm going to give you guys a whole bunch of behind the scenes stuff and show you things as they progress, because a lot of work's going into it. But the thing is, with the proliferation of AI these days, when everything looks all clean and crisp and everything, I want to bring back jank. Like, you know, I want this to feel handmade. So, you know, I appreciate everybody who does use AI. You know, it's whatever, but it's just not for me. So everything that you see, you know, I'm taking a lot of different pictures and editing them and cutting them out, and like, you know, I want it to feel handmade. And so if you guys see mistakes, pixels, you know, I'm going through and hand doing all these cutouts. I'm not you know, I'm not using AI background removers or anything. I'm actually going through, zooming in and tracing them old school. So that way I feel like I've touched every bit of it, right? I'm intimately involved with the creation. And is it always gonna look clean? No. Are you gonna be able to tell that it's green screen and stuff? Of course you are. But that handcrafted, homemade feeling is kind of what I'm going for. So you guys will have to, like, you know, the jank is not a bug, it's a feature. So enjoy the jank, you know, relish in the jank. So I'm going to include in this video just a couple of the backgrounds that we've already done. I'll get into a little bit more later when I get home, just sort of what the different sections will be, because, you know, we've got a map room, a theater room, a couple different. Yeah, I'll get into all that, but I had quite a few people involved in helping me out, and there's gonna be a lot of fun stuff. I'm gonna do the first episode. I got it broken down for 11 episodes. So I'm gonna do the first episode, get that completed, get it out, and whether I continue to do it this way is going to be largely based on the reaction that it gets. So if you guys like it, enjoy it, there's a number that I want to hit as far as like view count and watch time, because it's probably gonna be long. But you know, with the amount of work that goes into it, you know, it have to be worth it. Because if really there's no difference between me doing this and then, or just sitting down and doing a read through, obviously just doing a straight read through is a lot less work. So for anybody seeing this, if you guys like it, boost it out. Not this video, obviously, this is just production notes. But you know, if it does well, then I'm going full speed ahead with the other 10 episodes. If it falls flat on its face or doesn't perform as well as some of the straight read-throughs, then, you know, 50-50 will decide there. So I'm gonna throw everything against the wall in the first episode and see if it sticks. So I hope you guys like it. I hope you find some value in it. And on a side note, it's good to be back. So yeah, I'm gonna let you go now, and I'm gonna add a couple of the rooms on at the end of this video, so you can take a look at some of the things that I've already got ready. And I'll see you a little bit later on the next episode of Production Notes. Y'all mean a lot to me. Don't get lost in the mist. And this is the outside of what I affectionately call the Raven House. You can see the individual rooms through the windows, and the two golden statues of the two kings up there. That's my brother and me, way back in the old day. That's a bit of a throwback, but I don't know if a lot of people probably haven't seen that. So coming up next is, this is the map room where Strahd's buddy is going to be going over all of his mapping information and looking at the core genesis, and some other surprises will take place in there. He's going to be in the green area, and the scenery changes a whole bunch, and I got a lot of things hidden in there, so you guys are the first to see this. Now this is going to contain spoilers. I don't know if I mentioned that to anybody, but if you want this surprise, well, too late. But if you want to be surprised, then go ahead and turn it off now. But you wouldn't be watching behind the scenes stuff if you wanted to be surprised. At least I wouldn't think you would. Okay, so yeah, there's the backdrop. In a minute, you're gonna see some bats flying across. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys saw the little rat friend. I'm thinking of adding a few more things, but I don't want to make it too busy. So this will just cycle through. It's about a minute and some seconds long. But yeah, this is the map room. Oh, yep, there's the bats. Fly out the window. Yeah, just something a little fun. Now this room is going to be sort of one of the main rooms that I'm going to stream from, but there's going to be, oh, sorry, that was a notification. There's another notification. There's going to be a table in front of me with some other stuff. So it's not a really good representation of what it's going to look like on the stream, but you can see the dancing skeleton on top of the lamp over there, and there's a couple other Easter eggs in here. Now the next one is the one that I'm really excited for. This one's pretty cool. So this is the hall, and this is where the intros and outros are going to be filmed. I'm going to be green screened in there, but there's a lot of symbolism in this, and I don't necessarily want to get into it or spoil it, but there's definitely a lot of symbolism in there, with the clock and just some stuff that's going on. But I don't want to spoil it. It may not even mean a lot to anybody. But yeah, but this is my favorite. This took a lot of work, believe it or not. But again, I know everybody knows it's not smooth, but the jank is the point. Anyway, those are 3 of the rooms that are going to be featured in the Raven House. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. You guys excited to see this stuff in action?